Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ. And man, a couple of changes that we made from our last video. Our last game was a huge disappointment going up against the Jets. Man, I can't believe we lost to the damn Jets. But anyway, man, as you can see, Taiwan Jones got hurt in that last video, our backup running back. So we picked up Wendell Smallwood. I'm going to treat it like real life. I'm going to treat this franchise realistically. I'm going to make realistic moves if I make any trades, if I make any signings, things like that. But I'm going to have him sit out this game because in real life, you're not going to be able to play right after getting signed. So he's not going to play this game. But we are going up against Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey and those boys. Man, this is a pretty cool game because we get to go against and we get to test our defense a little bit because man, we got smoked by Josh McCown. I mean, the CPU quarterbacks are super good on this game, and there we are getting in for the sack. And that flag was just for a holding, so we do get the sack on that play. So they got a 3rd and 16. And they almost completed there. I would have been pretty upset at that. So we do get the ball back here in the first quarter after kicking to start the game. LaShawn McCoy trying to get the ground game going because he was a no-show versus the Jets. So now we got a 3rd and 11. I play action, roll out right with Tyrod Taylor. I try to playmaker my guy, but I just can't hit him in that middle of the field. So we give the ball right back to him. So Cam Newton comes back on the field on a 2nd and 8. Finds his guy in the flat. So now he's facing a 3rd and 5. Cam Newton under center drops back, and we get him from behind. Jerry Hughes, man, he comes off of that edge, and man, he has a pretty good repertoire of swim moves, spin moves, coming off that edge, man. He's a good edge rusher. I'm liking him so far. He's been the one guy that's really proven himself to me. But here, look at that, man. Philly Brown is hurt on that play, and he ends up actually breaking his collarbone. The length of the injury is unknown, but at this point, we lose Philly Brown early in this first quarter. But here we find Jordan Matthews, and he's taking it to the crib, number 87, the newcomer to the Bills. Bills Mafia stand up. We got a new star in the making, Jordan Matthews. Him and Zay Jones are going to be a tandem to not mess with. Man, it's going to be fun to play with those two guys. So Cam Newton comes back on the field. He's going to find his guy in the flats here. So now he's on to a 3rd and 3. Cam Newton drops back, finds his guy over the middle. Jonathan Stewart putting a move on the defenders and making it all the way down to the 8-yard line. Jonathan Stewart, he's old, but he's showing he's still got some moves. He's honestly more of a power back at this point of his career, but he's showing some agility there, some of the moves. And here Cam Newton's rolling out to the right, throwing across his body to the left and finding his man Devin Funchess for the touchdown. And that's going to tie it up 7-7. So here at the start of the second, we're finding Zay Jones, who gets lit up over the middle. So now we're facing a 3rd and 14 out of a different formation this time. We do run Zay Jones across the middle again on a slant, and we get the first down this time. Zay Jones continuing to impress. Remember, he had that huge game his first game, and here LaShawn McCoy is showing some power, breaking out of a tackle, the D tackle there. So LaShawn McCoy is getting his touches early here, and we're finding Charles Clay across the middle. Oh, reliable Charles Clay, man. It's so good to have a tight end that you can just throw to. That's always going to be open in the middle like that. So here we are on a 1st and 10, dropping back on a deep drop and a play action. Tyrod Taylor's going to show off that speed. He's going to slide in safe at the 35-yard line. And LaShawn McCoy, if it wasn't for Jordan Matthews not blocking that corner on the outside, that would have been a touchdown. But instead, they stop us on the 22-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 here. But we find Zay Jones on a play action over the middle. That's going to be a touchdown. Zay Jones is going to continue to impress, like I said earlier. And Cam Newton's going to come out once again giving the ball to Jonathan Stewart, and he's going to break it to the outside. Jonathan Stewart showing some of his youth in this game, man, and it's still in the second quarter. So Cam Newton comes out on 3rd and 10 later in the drive. He's going to have all day to throw this ball, and he's going to test me there on the left side. I blitz the left side of my secondary there, but I break up the pass. So now we get the ball back. It's 14-7, almost to the 2-minute warning here on a 2nd and 10. Tyrod Taylor's going to drop back on a play action, find Jordan Matthews once again, the newcomer, and he's going to take it into the end zone. Jordan Matthews. And we're going to move on. The 21-7 lead after struggling. I mean, straight struggling against the Jets. We're going to jump out to this lead, and another sack here on Cam Newton. This time it's Darius. And Cam Newton's going to get a 3rd and 16. He's going to find Kelvin Benjamin. Man, if this isn't the most frustrating thing on a 3rd and long, giving up a deep pass, and once again the same exact pass. Kelvin Benjamin, man, he is a monster. Even in preseason in real life, he's looking like he's going to be a monster this year. He's been just destroying anybody in his way. Once again, Jonathan Stewart's going to get the ball on a screen. So 2nd and 10, Cam Newton's going to throw to the outside. I don't know what's up with him in these little out routes here that he's throwing to his guys on the sideline. They just like step out of bounds. But here Cam Newton's throwing out to the left, throwing on the run, and he throws a dime to Devin Funchess for his 2nd touchdown on the day. So Devin Funchess, he's finding holes in our defense here, and like we said in the intro, man, I mean, our secondary is suspect. I'm telling you, we might need some help in the secondary. I don't know how we'll get it, but here I'm forcing a throw, and man, that was probably a bad read. I threw against my body a little bit and tried to throw on a run, try to make something happen. I try to make things happen too much because I know Tyrod Taylor can run, and that time it cost me. So the Carolina Panthers get the ball back right before half is about to go, and they throw a screen to Jonathan Stewart. He steps out of bounds on that one. So they got 14 seconds left. They're trying to get into field goal range. They got 1 timeout left, and Cam Newton's going to have all day to throw this ball. He's going to scramble forward. He's going to find an open man on the sideline, slip under a tackle, and he's going to get into field goal range. So the Carolina Panthers are going to kick a field goal, and they're going to be down by 4 heading into halftime. So Micah Hyde is actually going to take the place of Philly Brown back to receive kicks, and Micah Hyde is going to find a hole, and he is going to burst through it. Micah Hyde, the former Green Bay Packer, he's showboating on his way to the end zone, and man, right when you think that, man, you're disappointed that we give up a field goal before half, we take one to the house, and we extend that lead to 11, 28-17 here in the 3rd quarter. Jonathan Stewart, he's going to be, man, I'm telling you, this game, he was impressive. He's an old guy, but with that face mask, they do move the ball another 15 yards upfield, and here they're going to throw it up to Kelvin Benjamin, and he gets smacked. My boy Eddie from Alabama, we just picked him up. And man, I'm telling you, man, this is exactly why I picked him up. I needed a guy, a young guy who's going to come with the hitters. He's going to force, some bad throws by quarterbacks because he's going to come over the middle, hitting guys. I mean, people are going to come up with alligator arms, and I think Kelvin Benjamin's going to think about it next time he comes over the middle. And here Tyrod Taylor is dropping back to pass, finding Charles Clay. And, man, Tyrod Taylor is throwing the ball well in the pocket this game. I know the last game he was having difficulties, but here LaShawn McCoy is going to get the pitch to the outside, and we got a 1st and goal here. But here on 3rd and goal, we're going to try to run it in, but we're going to get stuffed here. And I don't know what's up with my offensive line, man. They just don't have it. So we settle for the 3 here, but that's going to put us up 2 scores here late in the 3rd quarter. But Cam Newton's going to drop back to pass, find a guy over the middle. That time I almost had that covered, but now he has a clean 1st and 10 here on the 40-yard line. He's going to have all day to throw this ball. He's going to avoid a rusher there, throw against his body, and find Kelvin Benjamin once again. I mean, what's up with Cam Newton rolling out to the left and making these perfect throws? I mean, all game he was doing this. Look at him scrambling around again, but this time we get to him. That one's going to be Preston Brown, and now they're at a 4th and 9. Cam Newton's going to have a clean pocket once again. He's going to find an out route here. He's going to find his receiver, so they're going to keep this drive alive. Here on a 2nd and 7, he's going to throw a fade route, and look at that. I can't even react to that ball. I guess he threw it way above me. I couldn't react to it. I tried to user that one, and I should have just let the computer get that one. So now they cut the deficit to just 1 touchdown, so Devin Funchess has 3 touchdowns on the day. So here we find our security blanket, Charles Clay, motion him out. So here on a play action, here on a 1st and 10, we're going to find our boy Jordan Matthews, who's having a huge day. And he's going to fall down, avoid the hit, avoid any fumble. But on a 3rd down, Tyrod Taylor with a horrible throw there. And that's what I mean. He flashes some great throws, flashes some ugly throws. So here on a 1st and 10, Jerry Hughes is going to come around the corner once again for the sack, and they're going to be in a 3rd and 18 here on their 4-yard line. Cam Newton's going to be in his end zone, drop back to pass, and throw an absolute dime to Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin's been all over the field in this game. Man, just getting open. So here is Cam Newton once again. He tries to stay in the pocket, but this time I get to him with the middle linebacker, and here he's going to call a play action play, sit in the pocket all day, and once again finds his receiver. I mean, he is on 3rd downs. He's been lights out this whole game. So Cam Newton once again on 1st down, he's going to try to roll out this time, and this time I force him to roll out. Shaq Lawson, I put him out on that out hot route. So now once again he's going to try to roll out, and Cam Newton's going to go down once again. So a 3rd and 25. So Cam Newton's going to roll out, and he trips over his guy. He tripped over his guy. So now they're at a 4th and 33. Desperation time, and guess who? Micah Hyde is going to make a play here, and he's going to end the game here. The Buffalo Bills redeem themselves. The Carolina Panthers lose one at home, 31-24. What a game from Micah Hyde. What a game from our defensive line and linebackers. 8 sacks on the day. Man, Cam Newton, I mean, sometimes he had all day to throw, but it just seems like the computer quarterbacks on this game on all Madden, I mean, they are just like money. I mean, all their throws are right on the money. They know exactly who's going to be open. So getting 8 sacks on them, sending some pressure this game, man, it worked for sure, but it was still a close one. We only won by a touchdown. So Jordan Matthews is going to finish with 172, 2 touchdowns. Zay Jones is going to only have 46 yards, but he is going to get a touchdown. And on the defensive end, Preston Brown's going to finish with 2 sacks.